his parents passed away, Yaakov immediately sold the apartment and the furniture. He donated household items, Passover dishes, clothes, and religious books to a charitable institution. He did this speedily and efficiently, without keeping a single thing for himself. He knew in his heart that a clean break was necessary, with no second thoughts. But the shop that he inherited, a successful business, reminded Yaakov at every turn of his parents. Long-time customers never failed to remark that it was not he who founded the shop. Moreover, charities that his parents had supported would send him reminders, as did synagogues. These people remembered his father fondly, often remarking that he had been such an honorable, big-hearted man, devoted to ancestral tradition and loyal to his community. Most of the renovations done at the synagogue came from his pocket. Yes, Yaakov was more of an Israeli than his parents. He graduated from high school, finished his army service as a captain, and studied for a year at university. Still, something was missing. He hadn't felt this lack, if that's what it was, in his youth. After his parents died, he set out to expand the business and bring in new merchandise. And so the successful textile shop became a shop for women's fashions. He put a premium on space, elegance, and charm, and soon did away with his parents' homey atmosphere. Were his parents to come back to life, they wouldn't recognize the place. "It's much more beautiful," he would boast. Those were his desires, and he achieved them with great skill. A different person would surely have been happy, but the inheritance from his parents did not make Yaakov happy. He thought he had obtained it fraudulently. Had he acted honestly, he would have donated his inheritance to charity, as he had the household goods, the clothes, and holy books, and started everything anew. This feeling, which came and went, took root and penetrated deeply in his soul. To alleviate this unease, Yaakov would sometimes, after closing the shop, drive along the seashore, taking in the view, and then return to the city streets. He loved the mix of old-timers and new immigrants, the Middle Eastern aromas of falafel and shawarma, and the cheap carbonated drinks. When he got home, Rivka would ask, "Where were you?" "At the beach." "You always say at the beach." She suspected him needlessly. In those years, he did not escape to other women. True, from time to time, a woman would lure him to her room, or he would take a woman for a night. But those amounted to fleeting and trivial recreation. His soul was tormented by things beyond his ken, whispering in long, nightmarish dreams. Sometimes Yaakov thought that he needed to change his life, to move to the countryside and live away from other people for a while. That idea would last for about an hour. To be with Rivka in a place without other people seemed to him like a prison where he'd be flogged day and night. To leave everything he had built was inconceivable. His daughters made sure over the years to preserve and cultivate the family stronghold. They knew, with the practical wisdom they inherited from their mother, that their father might one day rise up and tear off his handcuffs. They stood on guard like jailers. "We will not allow you to abandon what you've built with your own hands." Yaakov did try now and then, but each time he was thwarted by their determination. They stood as firm as a stone wall. After the girls got married and left home, Yaakov felt more suffocated than ever. At first he thought of going to London, but realized at once that his heart wasn't in it. One night, he woke up and said to himself, "I'm going to Szydowce," as if he had finally found the way out. For a few days, he kept it secret. He finally told Rivka, "I'm going to my parents' village." "Where?" She tried to keep calm. "My parents' village," he repeated. "What on earth for?" "I must." Yaakov was assaulted with pleas and warnings. Even customers in the shop saw a need to weigh in and warn him against his hasty decision. This strategy did not faze him. From day to day, he grew more certain that he must make the trip, come what may. When logic and pleading got nowhere, Rivka shouted, "It's madness!" "Perhaps." "Where's the logic? What will you find?"